The minister says social workers don't take chances with children's safety.
Our social workers don't take these steps lightly. It's why they only intervene where there is a concern about a child's safety.
Baby snatching? Well, they have to pick up a certain number of babies to justify their existence, or children, I should say. They don't all have to be babies. When they need someone, when they need more kids, they will target some people and find a reason for taking away the kids. At least find reasons that they can put down in documents as the reason for taking them. Those things that they write down in court papers are very rarely the real reason for taking the kids. The real reason is budgetary. If they have a certain budget for child protection, they have to have enough children to justify that budget. Are very boastful of the power they have to destroy families. I had one woman told me she was in a meeting with a social worker, and the social worker boasted, "We have as much power as God." And I'm afraid to say it was not much of an exaggeration.
As usual, the Ministry of Children and Family Development says it won't speak to specific cases due to privacy issues, but the ministry did issue a standard statement saying, quote, "The decision to remove a child is never made lightly. It is done to protect the safety of the child. Our goal is always to return a child to his or her family, but only when it is safe to do so."
The minister responsible says he can't talk about the case.
But anytime a child is taken into care, they're provided medical attention when that's required, and we rely on very top qualified pediatricians and others to advise us.
They don't want you to know the truth. And I guess they're good at hiding it.
And in our experience with Children's Aid, what we found is confidential is actually code for secret. We'd like to keep it a secret. It's not so much as it's confidential, it's we don't want you to know it, and we're going to keep it secret. I don't know.
They always claim that the confidentiality rules are to benefit the child. Nothing of the sort is happening. Those confidentiality rules they're purely to protect the agency. In cases where it's to their advantage to discuss a case in public, they do, and they use real names.
Now, I know that's a strong statement to make, but I've seen it too many times where social workers have suppressed evidence that we find out later on by reviewing their notes, or they failed to interview an important witness, or they've interviewed the child, changed what the child has said, left things out that the child has said that might help to exonerate the parents. These are very serious allegations, but they're done, and you've got to test them. So from a very early stage, you want to cross-examine the social worker.
Aaron, the mother, who we cannot identify under current Alberta legislation, says she and the baby's grandmother are coming forward to share their story in hopes it will prevent a similar tragedy in the future.
It just haunts me because the way she looked at me, it's like, Mom, you have to do something. You have to help me.
That's the last time this mother says she saw her 4.5-month-old baby. She says 2 social workers and an RCMP officer came to her door last month with apprehension orders for her roommate's children. Half an hour later, they turned their attention to her and her own baby.
No ifs or ands. We are taking the baby.
The baby's grandmother says shocked they believe they didn't have a choice. They followed the officials to Child Services in Leduc to be interviewed.
Like, I asked them, I said, what do I have to do to get my girl back? What do I have to do? And they kept running me around in circles, like, what do you think you have to do?
I'm not able to give any details that are related to confidentiality.
The province would only speak in generalities, laying out reasons why a social worker would take a child without a court order.
That social worker has the ability through law to remove a child from the home if they see that they're at imminent risk
Now, the baby was pronounced dead at the Stollery. The family has been told an autopsy and report would be done in 5 months. But they're unsure if those results will be released. The lawyer may be seeking an independent autopsy and also plans to sue. Aaron?
Kevin, the baby died in April, and we're learning about it over a month later. Why wasn't this made public sooner?
Aaron, the province does an audit that shows major injuries and deaths to children in provincial care. That comes out once a year and does not reveal the details of particular cases.
Our Kevin Armstrong reporting live tonight. Thank you.
Late this afternoon, we finally heard from Children's Services Minister Yvonne Fritz. She told CBC News that she does not believe that this case has undermined public confidence in the child welfare system, but she would not comment any further on this specific case. Mark.
Thanks, Terry.